Welcome, Apba baseball fans. This is Philip Reynolds. This is Series 2, Game 3. I have to make a correction from last game, and this is a result of David Hawk's comment on my YouTube post board, and that's the fact that the very first batter was supposed to have a fly out because he was a grade A facing the grade A pitcher rather than a grade C pitcher. As a result, Linder's home run only scored 1 run, not 2, and affects the outcome of the game. Instead of going 14 innings, it only should have gone the full length 9 innings. And as a result, the Dodgers win 3-2 rather than the Indians winning 4-3, which was the outcome in my Game 2. So the Dodgers are going into Game 3 up 2-0, and we'll see what we have in store for Game 3. For both teams, the fielding is 41, and I checked, and although other pitchers come in during the course of the game, it doesn't change. Both have a fielding of 41, which means we'll be going off the fielding 1 charts for both teams. And the starting pitchers both have grade C, which means we'll be using one of the middle charts for the numbers 1 through 11. The Dodgers' Craig has a Y notation, and the Indians' Tomlin has a Z notation. That could or could not affect some of the outcome of the game. And the Indians have Tomlin. Miller comes in the 5th. Shaw comes in the 7th. And Cody Allen comes in the 8th. And for the Dodgers, they have Roger Craig. And Clem Levine comes in basically the 7th inning. I'm sorry, and Randy Jackson is a pitch hitter when that substitution gets ready to unfold. And with that being said, the Dodgers up 2-0. We are ready for Game 3. Welcome all to Game 3. The Indians are up. We are in Dodgers Stadium. And so that means, being as we're in the National League, we will not have DHs. The pitchers will have to bat. With that being said, let's get the game on the way. 26, and that's a strikeout for Santana. Kipnis up. 46, that's another strikeout. Linder. 14 is a 30, and that's a fly out to, let me see here. No, that's right. It's a fly out to left field. Yep, fly out to left field. So the Indians 3 up and 3 down. That will bring up the Dodgers. Gillum is up first for the Dodgers. .43 is a 29, and that's out at first. And that's by the first baseman. Reese up second. 24 is a 31. That's a fly out to center field. Schneider's up. And that is a home run by Schneider. He did the exact same thing he did last game, first time up, and that's he homered. Robinson is due up. .61 is a 39, and that is a strike. Strike one for Robinson. 22 is an 8, and we're looking at C charts, and that is a single to left. So Robinson gets on. Which brings up Hodges. .51 is a 9 on the C charts. Out at first, runner to second. Got a runner at second. Oh. Yeah, it says out at first, runner to second, and that's our third out. So basically that's third baseman to first baseman. Third out, and that will bring up Napoli for the Indians. Oh, wait a second here. The runner was at second. Yeah, it's still out at first base. So that didn't make a difference. All right, base is empty. Napoli up. 16 is a 28. And that's out at first by the shortstop. Puts Ramirez up. .21, that's a 30, that's a fly out to left field. Chisenhall is up. 45 is 14, that's a base on balls. Okay, yeah, no ZZ notation, so it's a base on balls. Perez is up. .21-30, and that should be a fly out to left field. And it is. And that is the inning. Okay, that brings Furillo up to the plate for the Dodgers in the bottom of the second with the score 1-0. .54-32. That's I believe that's a fly out to right field. Yes, right field. Campanella. .54-32, and that's a fly out the right field as well. Charlie Neal comes up for the Dodgers. He was the only change in the Dodgers lineup this time. So whoever was at second has been at second base. He replaced them. 16-28, and that's a out at first by the shortstop. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 Dodgers. McKean is up. .53 is a 16, and that's a fly out to center field. And that will bring up Tomlin, the pitcher. .44 is an 8. And with grade C pitching, he gets a single. All right, Tomlin. He gets a single. Brings Santana back up to the plate. .62 is a 26, and that says batter safe at first, running around at second. So safe at first, out at second. That's second to shortstop. Brings Kipnis up. .22, that's a 0. That means Kipnis has a hit of some sort. And that's a home run, and that will bring 2 runs in for the Indians. That brings Linder to the plate. .21, and that's a fly out to left field. Oh, 21. Yeah, fly out to left field. But the Indians managed to score a few runs in this inning, and the score is now Indians 2 and the Dodgers 1, and Roger Craig is now up at the plate. Craig is up. 26, and he gets a strikeout. Craig strikes out. Okay. Which brings up Gillum. .24, and that is also a strikeout. Brings up Reese. It's a 9, and that's a pop fly to the third baseman. Okay. And that's 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the third. I'm sorry, we go to the top of the fourth. And the score's 2-1, top of the fourth, with Napoli up at the plate. 2-1 Indians, top of the fourth. 32 is a 26, and that's out at first by the from second to first, so yeah, by the second baseman basically. 4-3. Ramirez up. .54, and that should be a fly out to right field. Yes, to the right fielder. Brings up Chisenhall. .44 is a 7. And that's a single to right. Chisenhall gets a single. Okay. Perez 65 is a 35, and that's a foul out to the catcher. Okay. We go to the bottom of the fourth. And brings up Schneider to the plate. .24, and that's a strikeout. Robinson up. And that's a hit of some sort. 14-7. And that's a first. That's a single. Right. Okay. Hodges. .34 is a 31, and that's out at center field. Runners hold. Furillo due up. .26 is a 24. And runner on first. So basically that's a shortstop to second base, because that's not a double play with 2 outs. Okay. That means we're the Keen is up in the top of the 5th. It's 8. And that's a single. The King gets a single. Tomlin is up. It's 28, and that's safe at first, run around at second, and that's shortstop to second. So we still have a guy at first. The guy at second is out. Second to short. Tomlin gets a single. All right. That brings Santana up at the plate. .56 is a 34, and that's fly out to the shortstop. Kipnis is up. .53, and that's 19. Out at first, and that ends the inning. So that's third to first, basically. Okay. Still 2-1. Still 2-1 Indians in the top of the fifth. Going to the bottom of the fifth. Campanella is up. And the Miller is now on the mound for the Indians. And he is an A pitcher, except for when there's a hit, then he becomes a C pitcher. So we'll be looking at the grade A pitcher start first. That's a base on balls for Campanella. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's a base on balls for Campanella, regardless. All right. Neal is up. .21, 32. That's a fly out to right field. Okay, that brings up the pitcher spot, and since the pitcher is changed in the sixth inning, that brings up Randy Jackson for him, the pinch hitter. Oh, I'm sorry. He pitches through the sixth, so Craig is still up. Scratch that. Not Craig. Miller comes in the seventh, so yeah, pitcher's still batting here. Craig is still batting. Yeah, because it's the fifth. He comes in, he gets taken out in the seventh. It's 35. It's foul out to the catcher. And that's the end. That's the second out. Gillum comes up. Man at first. 63 is a 31. Let's fly out to center field. It's the third out. Reese will be up in the bottom of the sixth. Okay. Let's see. He pitches through the sixth. Okay. We are in the top of the sixth here. And Lindor is up. Still 2-1 Indians. 8, and that's a single. Napoli up. $41. And that is a double play. Second to short, short to first. Okay. So 2 away. Nobody on. The mirror is up. $7, and that's a single. Ramirez gets on. Chisenhall's up. $30, and to fly out the left. Okay, we'll go to the 7th. Now, no, I'm sorry, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Okay. Reese is up. It's 35. It's foul out to the catcher. Snyder. Where's 12? Nobody on. It's out at first. 3. 2 away. Brings up Robinson. $41's 24. Out at first by the shortstop. Alright, now this means that Levine comes in for the Indians to pitch to the Indians. So Levine is now pitching for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and that makes Perez up. Fly out to second base. Keen up. $40. That's a foul. So he rolls again. And the King gets a home run. So that puts the Indians up 3-1. Which puts Miller up to the plate. That's 25, and that's a strikeout. It's 2 away. Santana is up. Is 35, and that's ground out to the first baseman. All right. We're in the 7th. That means Shaw comes in for Miller. He's a grade B pitcher. And Hodges is up. That's a strikeout. Furillo. That's put out by the shortstop. Two away. Campanella is up. .34, and that's a fly out to the shortstop. Right. We go to the 8th inning. With the Indians leading. Kipnis is up. That's fly out to the shortstop. Lindor up. That's out by the third baseman. Napoli up. .51 is 14. That's a base on balls by Napoli. Ramirez up. And that's basically that's an out to the first baseman by the second baseman. So 4-3, and that's the end. I mean the end of the top of the 8th, going to the bottom of the 8th, and that means Cody Allen comes in for the Indians. Cody Allen. He's a grade A, and he's got a K notation there. And Charlie Neal is up. Let me see here. Allen's a K, so there's nothing there. Okay, so that's out at first by the first baseman. Which brings Levine in to bat. And yeah, we'll stick to the how it was in the game. 63, that's a strikeout. Which puts Gillum up. .64 as a 12, and let's see. Allen's a grade A. It doesn't matter. He's out at first. Okay. Top of the ninth. Perez is up. Oh, wait a minute. Chisenhall's up. Wrong person. Chisenhall's up. Ninth inning. And we'll see what kind of hit that is. 63, and that is a 6 with Levine on the mound, who is a C. And that's a double. Chisenhall gets a double. Perez is up. All right. Man at second. Can the man at second here with Perez up. 33 is an 8. And Levine's a C. That says out at first, runner to third. So, runner goes to third. McKean's up. .41, and that's a strikeout. Which brings Cody Allen to the plate. And I think Cleveland's going to go to their bench. We'll bring in Crisp for the pitch hitter. And Otero will be the relief pitcher in the Dodgers half of the ninth. It's 14. That is base on balls. That puts the antenna up. $14.30. Runners at first and third. And that's a fly out to left field. And that is that's 9. It's 2 away. Brings up Kipnis. $25 is an 8, and it says that's a fly out to the center fielder, and that is the end of the inning. All right. So Otero is the pitcher in the ninth. Score is 3-1 in favor of the Indians in the ninth. Reese is up to bat, so the Dodgers need some help here if they're going to plan on sweeping. 42, and that's a strikeout. Reese strikes out. Brings up Schneider. That's a 9. And Otero is an A pitcher, except when it's a hit, which means 9, a C, and that's a pop out to the third baseman. So we did have one of those strange rules come into play here where it's winds up being a hit on the A chart, but Otero also has a notation of C, so when it's a hit, you go to the C chart, and it winds up being a fly out to the third baseman. So Robinson is up with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Needs some help because they're down 3-1. It's 26. Out at first by the second baseman. So that's 4-3. That's the end of the game, guys. So even though I made a mistake, the Indians said we still won our one game, so it's now 2-1 in favor of the Dodgers. So Game 3 goes to the Indians.